Hey guys, Coolcrafts here, and today we are doing the top 10 favorite Dragon Ball Z villains. So let's get going, guys. At number 10, we have Cooler, the brother of Frieza, the son of King Cold. Being one of my all-time favorite villains, and this is the second Dragon Ball Z movie I ever watched. I've loved Cooler. I thought he was an interesting villain. And pretty much his characteristics, he's like what Frieza is not. You know, like he's what Frieza could have been. I mean, I just love Cooler. I don't know what it is. There's just something about Cooler that I connect to. It's weird, but I love Cooler. It's one of my all-time favorite Dragon Ball Z villains, and I think that people look down to him sometimes. I mean, because personally, I think he's cooler than Broly. I mean, I love Cooler. Cooler is just my main man. I mean, he's just been so epic. He's on a scale that many other Dragon Ball Z villains are on. Cooler is he's that cool. You know, I mean, it's not I mean, it's hard to explain. He's just that cool. So, yeah, guys, I love Cooler. He's my 10th favorite villain. And, yeah, guys, let's move on to number 9. And at number 9, we have a tie between Garlic Jr. and Emperor Pilaf. You're probably wondering, why do I like... I've always felt Pilaf was a very cool guy. He's interested me, and I know it's kind of stupid, but I know he's stupid. I will admit that. There's just something about him. I think it's the comedic relief with him that I just love. Like, Pilaf he's been in Dragon Ball since the beginning, and he's still here. Like, Battle of Gods, he's in it. Revival of F, we got Emperor Pilaf. It's like, you can't go a film without Pilaf. Pilaf is just the man. I love Mine, I love Shu, but Pilaf, man, he's like, probably my favorite Dragon Ball villain. If I do say so myself. He's pretty epic. Now, Garlic Jr., on the other hand, is awesome. I love the idea of Garlic Jr. And the Dead Zone was awesome. And the Garlic Jr. saga, much as some people hate it, I really like it. I like his tone. For a midget character who looks similar to Pilaf, you'd expect him to be, more comedic. But in the long run, he's actually one of the darker villains if you think about it. Garlic Jr. also has this awesome transformation. It's amazing. Like, I just can't believe a character like this will exist. Garlic Jr. just has the look to him, and it just makes it interesting. I love the rivalry he has with Gohan. It's just, love it. But the problem was I just couldn't choose between Garlic Jr. and Emperor Pilaf. Because it was too hard to make this decision. I love them both, but I can't choose one over the other. I know it's kind of a cop-out, but they tied for this place, so let's move on, guys. Okay, guys, coming in at number 8 is Raditz. You're probably like, why would you choose Raditz? He's always the end of a joke. Well, personally, I like the idea of Raditz being Goku's brother and all. I thought that was a really good idea, and I thought they killed him too early, but I do understand why they killed him, and plus I'm glad they did. I think it makes more sense story-wise, but I actually like Raditz as a character. I think he's very interesting. Now, I think he's different than what a lot of people think he is. Like, people saying he's weak and stuff. But, I just think he's a very cool character who needs to be used more. And, like, really Raditz was a cool character. I wish more people, like, cared about him than they do. 'Cause I think he really is underappreciated. So, yeah, anyway, guys, let's move on to the next one. Okay, coming in at number 7, we have Janemba. And yes, my friends, Janemba. I love Janemba. He was so awesome in Fusion Reborn. And I ain't gonna lie, he's always been one of my favorite characters. And plus, this was the first Dragon Ball Z movie I ever saw. Really what got me into Dragon Ball Z. Because it was on Nicktoons and I watched it. Blew my mind, guys. I just love Janemba. He's just such an epic character. Oh my gosh. I love it. Love his sword. I love the way he acts. I love both his fat form and his normal form. Even though it's kind of an extension of how it was Majin Buu was the fat one, then Super Buu was the skinny one and smart one. I just love Janemba. He's just such an epic character. I mean, there's no other Dragon Ball Z character that I know of that is just this cool. Janemba has always been high on my list, and he's just epic. I mean, that's all I can really say about him. He's just cool. I mean, if you watch Fusion Reborn, he has some of these epic attacks that sometimes don't even make sense, but we don't care because he's Janemba. It's just like, Janemba's just cool, dude, and I love it. Even though he's been killed super easily by Gogeta, that's its own thing. It happens, so we just gotta deal with it, but love Janemba. Let's move on. At number 6, we have Evil Boo. Yes, the Evil Boo. And you're probably wondering, what I consider Evil Boo is Evil Boo, Super Boo, Boo Tanks, Boo Han, Bookalo, and Kid Boo. I consider them Evil Boo, since they're the evil side of Boo, and so yeah, so when I say Evil Boo, I mean this Super Boo, so yeah. Anyway, I've just always loved it. This character is just so epic, okay? That's all. I mean, I can't do him justice. Evil Boo is just so bad, man. Like, I really think he's possibly the strongest villain. I mean, he turns into Boo Han, which is the strongest before, and then eventually he turns into, like, Kid Boo, and it's just like, I mean, there's just not such a strong character. I mean, Beerus is stronger, yes, but Super Boo, like, in the Z era, is just so, he's just bad, man. Evil Boo is just so epic. Like, right here, besides the Fat Boo, this is Evil Boo for you. I mean, he's just such an epic character. And NC, I mean, he was a great follow-up villain to Cell, honestly. I mean, he got me somewhere, which I don't understand. He's just that cool. Evil Boo will always be one of my most favorite Dragon Ball Z villains of all time. I just love Evil Boo. I mean, I don't know much more I can say, man. It's just, he's just that cool. It's hard to explain. I mean, Evil Boo has just always been an interesting character. I don't know what it is. But he's just really cool. He's just so bad, man. I just love it. Okay, anyway, guys, we're gonna move on. And it's time. We're entering the top 5 range. Coming in at number 5 is Vegeta. And now when I say Vegeta, I mean Vegeta's good. I'm saying Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga all the way up until the end of the Frieza arc. This is when I believe Vegeta eventually became good. So I'm saying the good Vegeta. And people always ask me, why do you think Vegeta's so popular? Well, it's because he's just cool. I mean, in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, Goku's killed by Raditz, and he's a threat. But then Vegeta, on the other hand, has this extremely high power level that doesn't compare to anyone, at that moment at least. And, like, he's just a character you don't want to mess with. When everyone first met Vegeta, it was like, I mean, he's the first villain to literally cripple Goku. Cripple. And not just cripple like Piccolo Jr. did. No, like, cripple him. And Goku couldn't win the fight. Like, it was just like, and Vegeta turns into a Granite, which is even more awesome. Like, Seeing a villain become a great ape to fight Goku was just amazing. And Vegeta he's the reason why I think there's so many Dragon Ball Z fans out there. And people ask, is he overrated? No, he's not. I mean, trust me, he has the right to become a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. And he will always be Goku's rival. He will always be over 9,000. And till the end of time, he will fight Goku as his rival until GT. Okay, guys, this list is about to get controversial. Are you ready, guys? At number 4, I have Turles. Yes, Turles. I know it may shock you, but I actually really love Turles. He was a very interesting idea. Just think of it. What if Goku never went to Earth? What if he was sent to a different planet? And what if he became this monster? A true Saiyan warrior. Turles has just always gotten to me. Like, this is for real, what Goku could have been if Goku didn't hit his head as a child. Turles is just, I love the voice in English. I love the way he looks. I mean, seriously, I love the idea of him looking like Goku. I think that adds to his charm. And it continues, and it shows that Turles, you just don't mess with Turles. And I know people probably think I'm crazy for putting Turles this high on the list. But honestly, I don't know what it is. Turles just feels like, he's just that cool. Like, some Dragon Ball Z villains just can't hold up to this. He may not be creative for some people, but he is, in my opinion. And I think he's underrated, and personally I like him more than everyone, and I think he's cooler than Broly. So all the people who heard that, deal with it, fanboys. Turles has had a place in my heart, and I hope Turles lives on and continues to be the big Dragon Ball Z villain he is. Because Turles is love, Turles is life. We're finally in the top 3, guys, and this time we have Frieza. Yes, the old school Dragon Ball Z villain that everyone knows about. Everyone who doesn't even watch Dragon Ball Z knows who Frieza is. Yes, I love Frieza. He gets number 3, guys. Frieza's just, got so pumped when I heard he was going to be in the new movie. Like, Frieza's just on a level of epicness that, like, no one can reach. And, like, his new form, Golden Frieza's just so epic, too. I've just always enjoyed Frieza. Like, he's a villain that doesn't do it just to prove they're strong, to do it because they're all this crap. He is a villain who does it because he can do that. He is just so strong, he has the right to do this kind of stuff. Frieza has just always been on a level of just craziness, alright? Frieza is just so powerful. I mean, he's just epic. He blew up Planet Vegeta. He killed Krillin. He killed Vegeta. I mean, he's done all these epic things. And he fought Goku. Evenly matched with Goku when he was at 100%. I mean, everything just went epic. It was the ultimate fight of Dragon Ball Z. And if it had ended there, I would not have been disappointed. Frieza is one of the most epicest villains ever. And yes, I just made that a word. So everyone rejoice as Frieza gets to number 3. But it's time for number 2. My next choice, before I choose it, he's complicated. I really don't know if I consider him a villain as much as an antagonist. Alright, guys? So, I just want to get that out of the way. I consider him an antagonist and a villain, so let's do this. So, Beerus, the god of destruction. Who else would you have expected, you know? I love Beerus. He had a personality that a lot of villains don't have. He just felt different. And he's always been on this level of epicness. his limitless strength, just countless energy. I mean, he is for sure the god of destruction. Sorry about the interruption there, guys. Let's continue. So, as you see, Beerus is just a cool guy. I mean, don't want to repeat myself. He is really just, he's that cool. He is truly the god of destruction. And honestly, the real reason I really like him is his personality. It's something different that people like me have never seen before. And Dragon Ball Z has always, honest, I'll admit, it has had one-dimensional villains sometimes in the movies. So, pretty much, I'm glad that we got Beerus and Whis. They were cool. But I will always say this, Beerus is my all-time favorite new villain to come to this day. And I'm always gonna love Beerus to the end of time. So anyway, guys, thanks for... Oh, wait, got one more to go. But first, some honorable mentions. Salsa. King Piccolo. Well, guys, you're probably expecting number one, because, I mean, look, he's a pretty predictable villain. He's not on the list yet, so you should have known who it's gonna be. Cell. Yes, I love Cell. He is my all-time favorite Dragon Ball Z villain, and no one will ever replace him. Oh my gosh, he's just so epic. And, like, he fights because he can. I mean, he knew he was strong, so he threw a tournament. Cell is just so freaking epic. He has Cell Juniors and all this, man. Cell's just always been on my good side, dude. Cell is just so epic. Like, he is a villain that if he was real, I'd probably fear. Cell is just always has had the thing that has made him such an interesting dude. Cell just kicks butt because he can. He was the strongest villain in the Cell saga. The Cell games, they didn't know if they would win or not. I mean, Goku didn't even know if he stood a chance. He himself, but he knew Gohan had a chance. Cell is just really epic. All of his forms are epic. I love Imperfect, I love Semi-Perfect, and I love Perfect Cell. And the voices are all epic, and he is one of my favorite characters in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Cell has always been one of my best characters to play as. I'm always gonna love playing as Cell. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and Cell is awesome.